In honor of National Collegiate Alcohol Awareness Weeks, Virtual Living Learning Programs would like to show you some really great party drinks that you can make that do not contain alcohol. A lot of students choose not to drink while they're in college, and that doesn't mean that they can't also have fun. So we hope that you enjoy learning about these drinks. Most of them are a bubble tea or a boba type drink, and we'll show you how to make that. So we hope that you enjoy. So let's first start about making boba. Boba is what makes bubble tea or boba tea. So first, start with a large pot of boiling water. There are specific measurements in the package, but if you use a large pot, it shouldn't matter. So go ahead and measure out your boba. I just get my boba from online. You'll find that buying boba is way cheaper than purchasing it in a store. So once you've measured your boba, go ahead and pour it into your boiling water. You're going to boil your boba for approximately 8 minutes. Now, timing can vary depending on how chewy you like your boba. Boba will start by sinking to the bottom, and then when they're finished, you'll notice they rise to the top. So as the boiling cycle comes on, make sure that you keep the heat on the stove so that the water continues to boil for the first 8 minutes. You're then going to turn the stove off and just let the boba sit in the hot water. This is where you can really adjust the time to decide how chewy that you want your boba, so just go ahead and give it a couple trial and errors. I normally do mine for 8 minutes and 8 minutes. It makes it a really nice tender boba. So once your boba has finished sitting in the hot water, it will sink to the bottom. Go ahead and strain it out in a colander or a strainer, and then we're going to rinse it off with cold water. Now, boba is best used fresh. So once you give it a rinse, it's just so that it doesn't, if you're doing like a milk tea or an iced tea, it won't warm your tea up too much, and it also makes it easier to handle so that it's safe. Now, boba isn't naturally sweet, it's just tapioca pearls, so we're going to sweeten it. I like to sweeten mine with honey, so we're just going to take a little bit of honey. I'm going to dip a spoon in it, and then I'm just going to stir the spoon into the boba. I found that this is a really great way to kind of just eyeball the amount of honey that I'm using, and it sweetens the boba up. It also adds a nice sweetness to the tea. So now that we've made our boba, let's talk a little bit about a tea application that you can use. So I really like jasmine Thai tea. I love Thai tea and I love jasmine, and putting them together is just so good. I buy my Thai tea online as well. You'll find that buying tea in bulk is way cheaper than buying it in the store. So I have these flour sack cloths that I use for counters. I take a clean one and I'll just measure a lot of tea in. I like my tea strong, so I go extra. Now I use a hair tie that I've cleaned, and it's my cooking hair tie, and wrap it in the cloth, and then I just fill my pitcher up with boiling water so I can make a large batch of this at a time. The steep time really depends on how strong you like your tea, so generally 5 to 7 minutes should be good, but I like to go longer, so I normally put my tea in the fridge to cool while it's steeping. Now I'm going to make my jasmine tea. It's just some local jasmine pearls. Jasmine's a really floral scent that they normally do in green teas. And put that with a tea strainer and just fill it up with some boiling water. When you actually make the tea, you're going to want to do proportions about half jasmine, that's what I'm doing right now, and then half Thai tea. So I'll pour in the Thai tea, and you'll notice that it will mostly just look like Thai tea, but that jasmine's still there, and it's delicious. So now we're going to put our boba in. Again, it's best to use boba right after you make it. You can use boba a little bit later. If you put it in the refrigerator, it's going to get chewy or crunchy, and I don't find it a very pleasant texture, but you can warm it up and it will soften back up. So use as much boba as you want. I save my straws for when I get milk tea or boba from the stores and the restaurants so that I have boba straws. And then just add a splash of cream or oat milk or almond milk or whatever you like, and there you have a nice bubble tea, jasmine Thai bubble tea.
Hello everyone, my name's Christina. I'm an RA on Petersburg Court, and I'm making a drink called Birthday Bubble Tea for Alcohol Awareness Week, and it has ice cream, which the recipe says for vanilla, but you can pick whatever you want, like mango or cookies and cream. And then we have whipped cream, milk, vanilla extract, some cooked and prepared boba, and some sprinkles. It's really simple and really good. Okay, so first, oh, and also, this is my daughter Autumn. She wanted to say hi. Hi. Okay, so first what we do is we pour the boba in. Okay. And then next we put some milk, and you can use almond milk, coconut milk, whatever kind that you want. And we'll pour it in maybe like about halfway. And then next we need 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. And then we mix that up. Okay. And then next we add ice cream, which this one is kind of melty. I don't know if you can tell. It was out for a little while. Okay, so then you add ice cream, and then you top it off with some whipped cream and sprinkles to give it that birthday vibe. And it's really cute. It's really tasty. Kind of tastes like a vanilla milkshake. It's really good. And that's it. Thank you. Bye.
Hello, everyone. I'm Amy. I'm one of the resident advisors here in East Campus this year. In honor of National Collegiate Alcohol Awareness Week, I wanted to show you 2 different drink alternatives that you can make when you're getting together with your friends, which right now might be virtually and hopefully together very soon. So the first drink, if any of you know me, I'm going to pick something that's theme related. So I picked something that is Halloween spirited, but this can easily be swapped out for other variations for different holidays or different events. So the first drink I'm going to make, I'm going to call it a witch's brew, and it's made with or without the boba balls, some lemonade, and then some kind of fizzy soda. So I have Sierra Mist, but you could also use like the watermelon lemonade to give it a little bit of a green tint to it as well. And then the first step, you're going to take your cup. You want to get the sprinkles around the outside. So you're going to dip it first into the honey that's into a bowl. You'll kind of go all around the edge of the cup, and then you'll dip it right into the sprinkles and all around. Make sure you're rolling it around like that. And then once it's nicely coated, you'll want to stick this in the freezer just for a couple seconds, maybe a minute. It'll firm up, and then you won't have the sprinkles falling down. And once you are there, you'll have a cup that's going to look something similar to this. Or you can get really into the spirit and get a kind of cool cup like this. I found this one even at the dollar store. And you'll see that some of the ice in here is green and a little bit of the green ice in the bottom. I just put a little bit of food coloring mixed into the water and put it into the ice cube trays. And then I got a really, really cool color. Word to the wise, a little bit of food coloring goes a long way. So you could even use different colored juices or something to freeze, or just a little drop of the food coloring, but take it easy, because then you will make kind of popsicle paint instead of ice cubes if you're a little too heavy-handed with the ice cubes. So once you have the ice in the cup, you can add boba if you want to, or skip the boba. It's totally up to you. I'm going to add it. I love the look of the different boba balls, especially the dark ones, especially for Halloween. I feel like it is on theme. Once you have it poured in, you'll start with a little bit of the lemonade. And you'll just fill it up maybe halfway. Depending on if you want a little bit more lemonade than soda, put a little bit more. If you want more of the fizzy soda, give some more room for that. And then for this one, just to add in with the green theme, I'll use this fizzy drink on this one. And then on this one, I'll use the clear since we have the ice cubes already. And I like the fizzy soda because it foams up a little bit when you first pour it and adds just a little bit of extra fun. So here is the witch's brew. Cheers. All right. And the next one is gonna work the exact same one. This one I'm gonna call my unicorn lemonade or my mermaid lemonade, whichever one you wanna do. So just like the first, you're gonna dip it a little bit into the honey around the rim of the glass. Dip it into the sprinkle. So obviously the sky is the limit with the sprinkles. You could do any variety. The honey really allows some of the thicker sprinkles to stick to it. I even consider doing nerds around the edge of it as well. You could get really fun. So once you have it coated and you let that sit in the freezer for just a minute, you can have your cups. You'll want to fill it with ice. I did the exact same thing I did with the Halloween. I colored the ice. So in this one, I did purple and pink mixed with a little bit of regular ice. In this one, I did the blue and the purple. And you'll do it in the exact same way. So I'm going to do the lemonade. And then a little bit of the fizzy soda. And this is cool because all the different color of ice is going to kind of make the drink change colors a little bit. It'll also probably change your color of your tongue a little bit. So awesome for the kids, but the adults, if you're trying to take some pictures, be careful. And here you have it, the unicorn lemonade or the mermaid lemonade. Have a great day.